Warning. This video might contain scenarios, pictures or even clips that some might find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Paintings. They are works of art, memories, sentiment and so much more. In last week's episode, however, I already covered the fact that some paintings are much more than what they might seem to be from the outside, and today we're going to take another closer look. Hotel Galvez in Galveston, Texas is known for apparently housing multiple paranormal entities, but one of them really takes the cake. At the end of a hallway downstairs hangs the portrait of Spanish military leader Bernardo de Galvez, who fought for the American colonies during the Revolutionary War. He died back in 1786, but his spirit is rumored to live on in the painting, and those rumors aren't there without proper reason. Dozens of guests have reportedly felt intimidated by the painting, especially its cold, bright eyes that seem to follow people wherever they go, as well as feeling sudden cold spots when being anywhere near the painting. Another weird phenomenon caused by the painting is that you can't get a clear picture of it unless you ask for it out loud so that Bernard can grant you permission. Possibly one of the most famous cases of weird and unexplainable things happening around a painting. The Crying Boy was created by an Italian artist named Bruno Amadio and was one of a series of mass-produced prints of crying children staring straight at you in distress. In 1985, a series of strange stories began to emerge about this particular painting, and it wasn't pretty. Several sources, including firefighters themselves, claim that the amount of fires in and around households grew exponentially in that time period, and for some reason, it almost every time all tied up to one same thing: the Crying Boy painting being the sole survivor in the midst of entire homes totally turned into ashes. Created by artist Bill Stoneham, this painting is often referred to as the most haunted painting in the world, and when looking at it, people might not be wrong. In the painting, we can see a young Bill standing next to a window with what looks to be a bunch of floating hands. Within a couple of years, 3 owners of the painting, one of them being Godfather actor John Marley, had mysteriously died, but it wasn't until the painting was placed on eBay around the year 2000 that its haunted nature was actually revealed. The seller was a father claiming that the painting was haunting his daughter. She would wake up in the middle of the night by the boy in the painting who crawled out of the frame to escape from the little girl next to him, who was now holding a gun. The hands would also move from time to time and sometimes even disappear entirely. When they did, the family reported feeling like they were being tickled by unseen hands. A man named Sean inherited this painting after his grandmother died and probably wishes he never did. He heard her talk about this strange painting she had stored in the attic, and upon asking why, things became more than just a little bit creepy. His grandmother claimed that the painting was haunted by its creator, who used his own blood to paint certain parts and afterwards committed suicide. She could hear screams, voices and crying coming from the attic, as well as sometimes seeing a shadowy figure of a man, presumably the artist. Sean never believed in those sort of things and took the painting home after she passed, but it did not take long to convince him of its horrifying nature. The crying, the visions of a shadow in the dark, it was all there, but it got even worse. The activity escalated to the point where Sean's wife would feel her hair being stroked while she was all alone, and their son was pushed off the stairs once while no one was in sight. Sean then decided to set up some cameras in the house to try and capture proof of all that was happening, and woke up to find some shocking evidence. The video shows smoke rising around the painting, doors slamming within the house, and eventually the painting just dropping straight down from the wall. The painting is now hidden in Sean's basement, never to see the light of day ever again. Laura was an artist who painted her works based off photographs, and when she stumbled upon a picture taken by James Kidd, she fell in love with it. The photo, however, had something strange and unexplainable about it. Upon inspecting it, James found a figure on the left side which wasn't present when the photo was actually taken, and to make it worse, the particular figure appeared to be missing its head. Laura, however, found all this strange stuff inspiring and decided to create a small painting based off the photo, a decision she would come to regret. Almost immediately after beginning her work, she started feeling uneasy, so much so that she almost decided to give up on the entire project. She eventually didn't and sold the frame to a local business, and everything seemed fine, but not for long. Within 3 days, the company insisted Laura to take back her work as the employees grew scared of it. Papers and other things would just went missing, and every morning the painting was moved despite it being put back in place every single time. Laura took the painting back home, and strange things started happening to her as well. Strange knocks and noises her dogs did not seem to hear, spilled salt next to an upright salt shaker, moving objects, leaks even professionals couldn't explain, and finally a glass Laura was drinking from suddenly bursting into pieces, and a large piece of the glass that just went missing. Laura told some friends about the strange things happening to her. One of them decided to actually come over and have a little look of herself. Upon seeing it, she laughed at it, not believing a single word of Laura's so-called problems. But later that same night, a clock that had been on that person's wall for over 40 years fell down and broke into 100 pieces all of a sudden. Laura regrets ever creating the painting and wants to destroy it, but is afraid what could happen if she actually did. And that's been it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. If you haven't yet, go check out my last video on creepy urban legends, including another mysterious painting, or if you want to lighten the mood a bit, go and check out my series Facts Around the World, where I take you to all the countries around the globe and show you what they have to offer. That's it for now. I hope you have a good night's sleep.